They've got their work cut out for them. I still got to favor NRG. You know, I picked them 7-0 at the start of the season. I'll pick them right now, but Cloud9 is in good form.
I'll be honest, I don't know who Gibbs predicted because he said not a sweep. So we'll see what happens. I'm super down for a Game 7 brawl as Fireburner starts things off hot. He has been rocking the very bougie straight gold car all day. Maybe has switched off to a more pearlescent vehicle now as Squishy goes up to try and clear, doesn't find anything. Fireburner advancing here, and Gimmick will pop it over the top of him. Advance into the corner, so he can set up a teammate here. Back down in front of the box, Torment moves in to try and take a shot. It's a bit high, and Squishy's airborne. Justin will get there first. And now Garrett back down the field. Gimmick puts it onto the backboard. Garrett follows it, pops it out to Justin, looks for the shot, puts it high. Here comes Fireburner to finish it off, but Squishy takes it away, sends it off to the side, and nobody going to score here in the first minute.
And that was a really good job of NRG beating those last couple of defenders, but it bought just enough time as Squishy was rotating all the way back. But Cloud9, Squishy Muffins, I think, is going to probably be the key to victory for them today because he's been playing well all day long as he sets up here one for Gimmick and flick towards the top left and taken away by Fireburner.
Backboard defensive positioning. They come up strong. It's Justin over the side. A pinch on the wall past Squishy, now holding on to it. Gimmick goes up to challenge, but it's still moving towards his corner. Squishy bumped on rotation. Here comes Fireburner, puts it past Torment onto the wall, now back in front of the goal. Nobody present from NRG to score. And that open space will move the ball back to midfield before a response comes through from Fireburner. Back and forth, ball making the journey up and down the field. Both teams finding the counter clears.
Ooh, opportunity. Justin missed it off the back wall, and Torment tried to sneak it right by him. But now it's NRG on the counterattack.
Garrett's out of boost, but he draws Gimmick and Squishy both up. Here's Justin. Can he set up Fireburner? Gonna pitch it off the wall. Squishy gets it past him. And Gimmick gonna move down. Garrett moves into goals. Gimmick will look for the bump. Doesn't find him. And Squishy gonna lose the ball to Garrett. Torment up just to try and buy time for his teammates to set up on defense, but Fireburner gets it past him into the corner. Here's Garrett. Here's Squishy to pull it out. Back over onto the side. 50-50 with Justin. Put it up high. Gimmick off the wall. Running out of boost. It'll be Fireburner to send it away.
And I've said I think Squishy's going to be the key to success for Cloud9. I'm going to pick Justin for NRG. And not because it's going to be his offense. It's going to be how much time can Justin buy Fireburner and Garrett G to rotate back on defense if they don't get him a scoring opportunity.
Beautiful challenge from Fireburner. Sends the ball back in front of the goal. Squishy able to beat Garrett. Fireburner sends it to the side. Skimming back down in the midfield. Justin passes across. Fireburner moves up to engage, but there's no one to pass to. Torment and Squishy will be able to move it back to midfield. And Justin now to try and get it to Garrett G. 2:08 left to go. We're past halftime. The ball's back in the midfield. No one's found the back of the net just yet. Gimmick up, and Fireburner sends one towards the box. Now Squishy dribbling in midfield. Justin will have to fall back as Gimmick picks it up here on the corner. Leaves the ball. Justin says thank you very much. Beats two. Torment's driving backwards, and Squishy tries to pass across to Gimmick, but there's no one there. A transition. Torment's able to win the challenge, and Garrett gets it past him now. Neutral game again with 1:45 left to go.
Nice catch from Gimmick there in the corner as well, and it's a race here in the midfield in neutral, and chance for Garrett G now back the other way, and Torment, nice delay tactic.
Gimmick keeps this one high. 1:30 on the clock. Fireburner on the backboard, passing out to a teammate. Gimmick's touch goes kind of awkward. Squishy's able to get it in front of the box, but Torment's nowhere to be seen. Now Fireburner will put it up over the top of him. Gimmick rotates on the wall, back in front of the box. Fireburner clears the way out to Garrett. Torment keeps it high. Squishy looks to transition. Past Justin, past Fireburner as well, now into the corner. Garrett G's going to be setting up in net. Can he find the block? Justin will follow along with this one, but it's still there, and Garrett is the savior. Torment in to try and find the double tap, but Justin takes it away from him in the final minute of game number one. Still scoreless. Next goal, most likely going to win.
Massive recovery effort from Garrett G there in the net. Squishy doing a great job pushing all the way up the field and beating everybody. But that bump on Garrett G and how he managed to still get that ball to safety is beyond me.
Fireburner takes this one away. Cloud9's not able to find the immediate touch. Here's Garrett G with a boomer from midfield. Can Torment get there? None.
Oh, it's wide.
The post, and Fireburner will finish it off. Garrett G sends the sinking shot, and Fireburner makes sure it goes in.
Yeah, and Torment was going to be back, but he got his boost stolen on the midfield line by an NRG player, and he just didn't have the resources to make it back. And to make matters worse, it kicked off the post, and he just couldn't react to the follow-up.
34 seconds left. Second kickoff of game one. Squishy and Torment both go for midfield boost. Gimmick's there to try and create confusion, but Fireburner able to get this one down and into the corner. 24 seconds remaining. Guarantee finds a second shot, and that one will secure game number 1. Cloud9 going to have to look towards game 2.
Yeah, this is just aggressive positioning from Cloud9. They see Torment with the ball close to him in the corner, so they start pushing upfield because they're expecting that touch as he lands in the corner to go out towards the middle of the pitch or to the top of the box somewhere. And unfortunately, it just gets a little bit too far out in front of it. They're caught too far forward trying to equalize, and they'll give up an insurance goal.
Fireburner passed one. Torment to challenge, but Fireburner wins the challenge again and then looks for the goalie. Gimmick on the wall here. Tries to get out of his own half, but with 10 seconds left, there's basically nothing Cloud9 can do. Squishy will get it out. Torment looks for the touch, but Garrett G will break up the pass, and that one will all but do it there. Game number 1 going in the reigning regional champs' favor as they look to finish off this best of 7. This is a good start.
It was a deadlock until the 30-second mark or so, and then it just took one boost steal in the midfield. Cloud9 was setting up a little bit of something there, and they lost all their resources. And okay, let's go back the other way. Let's go back the other way.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, not enough boost. Torment didn't have enough of the tank to get one on the board, but NRG, that was scrap. It was a scrappy game. Squishy Muffins had that beautiful opportunity, and honestly, the only reason that NRG win that game is because Garrett G made that wonderful save.
Garrett G there, definitely putting the team on his back. Fireburner finds a goal as well. And this was the first goal, the one that ultimately decided things. You see Garrett G, you talk about the boost grab, but at the same time, Garrett G has to put that pressure on. He's got to make that a difficult shot to save or have it just be on target. And Fireburner able to tag team this one together.
Yeah, it was Fireburner who took Torment's boost on that midfield line. Because if Torment had enough boost, he would have made it back just that little bit quicker. I mean, I don't know if he would have been able to deal with that bounce off the post, but he might have had a chance at that initial touch.
Oh, it was a nasty post bounce for any defender.
It was a nasty post.
That goes straight up. Poor Squishy's going to lose all of his kind of like
into the bar,
bearings.
out into the middle, you're toast.
Definitely Fireburner's ball to miss there, but still any player lesser than that could have easily just flipped straight into it, and then Squishy's positioning would have saved it. So still Fireburner having to work for that one as they take game number 1 there, just by a slim margin. Only 2 kickoffs we saw, and so we'll see how things move differently here as we head on to Neo Tokyo for game number 2.
Very slim margin. I liked Cloud9's pressure. They were able to generate a couple of good chances, but not able to have any success in the physical game, which I think is really going to be the way to get NRG out of position. Because even that dribble from Squishy, like the setup wizard that he is capable of being, I mean, NRG's had one of the most lockdown defenses that you've ever seen in the RLCS in its own region, so you're going to have to find some way to disrupt that.
That shot was on target from Garrett. A great save from Squishy will keep us scoreless here in the beginning moments of game 2. Gimmick now trying to pass to Torment. It goes to the corner. Garrett G will be the first one out of net. Pops it over the top of Squishy, but gets a bump on Garrett to create a bit of space. Justin's able to close the gap now. On the wall, Torment gets it away. It's behind Gimmick, and that means Fireburner will have an opportunity. Gimmick now down the field, looking for Torment. Garrett G hits his brakes, hits the flip, and gets the save. Squishy going to come off the wall, look for another play. Cloud9 was up on offense, but now a bit of space being given. This one lofted high and wide. Justin will look for the carry here. He gets
right through him.
And it's in. Are you kidding me? Justin gets a spectacular goal.
Now you might think he's freestyling. No, he's not. He's making sure that he ends his car up in the right place to catch that ball and get it going towards the side of the net that he wants it to go to. It's the managing the speed and getting the proper angle for the proper touch. And Justin's follow-up as well was just phenomenal. Winning that challenge.
There's Squishy back down the field as Cloud9 looks for a response. They dropped game number 1. They're going to want to get the win here in game 2. You do not want a best of 7 to get away from you. While it does give you more time to kind of come back into a series, it also means that the comebacks are just that much more extreme. Gimmick puts onto the wall. Fireburner's up. Garrett finds Torment on a demolition. Fireburner and Garrett G very deep in enemy territory, and Justin a bit hesitant to commit. So it'd leave their backside very wide open now. Towards the goal, Fireburner will get there on the rotation. Back over and then cross. Garrett G. Get one block. Fireburner sets up Squishy, though. Now this one's sitting right in front of the goal. The touch was soft, and Justin will get it away.
And that's twice now. Squishy's beat a couple people of NRG past the midfield line and just unfortunately hasn't had the support behind him to really make it a dangerous chance. Fireburner gets it behind one, and nobody's back in time. Make it 2-0 NRG.
Set himself up, followed up his own touch and beats Torment there just in front of the box. Sends it to the far side, and Fireburner just doing it all by himself now. 2 goals up. NRG so far shutting out Cloud9 in this series.
So far, Cloud9 definitely not done yet. Still able to get a couple of great pushes. It's just they need everyone to be on the exact same page, have the resources, have the positioning, and then they'll be in a prime position to put some threat on NRG.
So Torment sends this one along. Garrett G, uncontested, will put it into the corner. Torment looks to challenge it, and he'll get left by Garrett, who looks for goalies. Now Justin Fireburner, the dual threat, puts it back in front now towards the box. Gimmick needs to get this one now. Torment will get it away as no offensive pressure was coming through immediately from NRG. But a sticky situation. Cloud9 gets in and out. Now Gimmick onto the backboard. Justin Zuppik gets it off to the side. An excellent touch. Fireburner looks to follow, but Gimmick's got him beat.
These clears from NRG as well, making sure they have distance on them. And even that, it went straight down into the midfield line, right into a Cloud9 player, and still somebody is immediately on top of it and just kicked it right back.
NRG's able to make the save as all of his team was very far forward. Now a demolition. Justin's got to come into goal quickly. Oh, it's off the post. The infield pass was good, but it will not turn into a goal. And now Garrett G back on the field. Can he beat Torment? He gets it off to the side, but you know the pressure's coming. Fireburner puts it back into the box, and Justin's far back. Squishy will have some time to gain control before being demolished.
That was absolutely the one you needed if you're Cloud9 to get yourself right back in. Could have had 2 minutes to just find it one more time. And now the pressure's on because NRG are just going to go into full bang the ball up the field as far as possible and just don't make a mistake in rotation.
So many players just letting the ball slip past them here. As Garrett puts it into the corner, Gimmick tries to pinch it. Garrett will carry it off by himself. Now Squishy able to get control of that, send it back out, but Fireburner will look to find Garrett upfield onto the backboard above Gimmick. It's free and wide. Fireburner tries to double tap it, but couldn't find it as Gimmick will get touch on the second touch.
Ooh, nice catch.
Look at him just dribbling this one down the field by himself, but Garrett eliminates 2, tries to chase Torment. Looks for the dunk in the air. Justin coming off the ceiling, falls down, still got the flip. Pitches it off the ground and in. Justin finds the 3rd goal of game 2.
Oh, what a play from Justin. It's such a great read off the ceiling. Everyone's thinking here comes some form of tip into the middle with a flip, but nope. Drives it all the way to ground and just pinches it right into the net. Ah, what a play.
69 miles per hour. Straight into the goal. Justin, with 1 minute remaining, NRG is looking to shut out Cloud9. Cloud9, at this point, just finding a goal at all would be very helpful.
Well, they had a golden opportunity, and nobody from NRG could have done anything earlier. And just shot accuracy got him. And here's a freebie for Garrett G. Make it 4-0.
They did this to him last time, too. I think it was game 3, maybe? I don't know. Just NRG has their moments when the series is just going. It was game 2 on Utopia last time they played. They blew them out there as well. Cloud9 found a goal in that game, though.
Yeah. It was a good game. Garrett G had perhaps one of the greatest series he's ever had. I believe it was that series that got him Golden Striker.
Yes, that was where he passed Justin.
Because he put a ton of goals into the net in that series.
Gimmick getting nice and loose on the field, trying to play upwards. It's not going to work out for him, though. Torment sends it to the side. Garrett G now just looking to tuck in one more. Torment will get it away, but the pressure's definitely on. Squishy back down the field. And if you're Cloud9 in this situation, I mean, there's only, I think, ever in RLCS been 2 perfect shutouts. And obviously, we still have 2 games to go.
Obviously, yeah.
For Cloud9, just any goal will help break up some momentum, help get things back on your side, and keep you out of the record books. There you go. 2 seconds left. They put one in. They'll avoid any sort of very embarrassing record, as right now they've still got to find ways to get on the winning side. They have yet to lead in this series.
Indeed. Ask and you shall receive. Cloud9 deliver at least something to break it up a little bit and get rolling into game number 3. But you said it right at the start of this one, you know, best of 7s. Yes, you have a little bit more time to get going, but the comeback gets that much harder. And this is the point. You're down 0-2 in the best of 7. Game 3 is your must win.
You have to win.
So Cloud9, you got to find a way to just stop what is this monstrosity of a playmaker that is everybody on NRG.
It's literally the entire team.
Because they are winning challenges. They're making
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen this particular goal happen before. Justin straight down, pinches it off the ground with the top of his car, and it just screams across the pavement into the goal.
And the impressive part about it is it's I thought it was like maybe people think he's going to flip into it, but you see it again and you're like, no, there's absolutely no way that they were thinking he was going to like come in and flip into that. No. He was only going to dive straight down at that ball. And it's just his ability to get behind the ball at the perfect angle to push it through two people.
You and I could fall on the ball.
Yes, we could.
Doesn't mean it's going to just blast into the goal, though, right? Like it would just go any other direction. It was so and like what's the goalie supposed to do? How do you read that? You know,
you right there already. Duh.
You have to just be in the right spot. You have to react. That's the only option he has in that situation.
Well, because
he did his best.
It's not like the goalie can do anything. He just had two of his teammates dive at that. Surely one of them is going to hit the ball.
Surely you don't let Justin do what I think he's about.
Surely not. And then, lo and behold, there it is.
And this isn't just some team. This is Cloud9. Right now, the second best, maybe first best team in North America if they're able to find the wins here on NRG. Squishy Muffins, often touted as the best mechanical player in the world. They have all of the pieces they need to find victories over NRG. Just right now, it's been such an NRG show as the pressure is right back on here in Game 3.
But currently, Cloud9 do escape the first one, and a wise touch from Gimmick. Just blast it out into space. You need Cloud9 to have room to operate.
Garrett G with a flip gets two players to bite in the midfield, but Torment does emerge with some sort of semblance of ball control. Squishy puts it down now, trapping this one. It's hit off the defenders and goes back away. They use the woodwork to get it out. Both teams kind of scrape by without giving up a goal. This one going long ways, two defenders up. Squishy gets it off to the side. Justin will look to challenge, actually decides to flip and stay on the ground, see if he can bait in Gimmick, but Gimmick wins the challenge, and now the ball's headed back towards NRG's half.
Still, though, not able to win that challenge game in front of the NRG box, which is really where they would be able to put a lot of that pressure on, as this one's up in front, uncontested, top left corner, kicked aside. Torment, what a save.
Garrett G tried, but couldn't make it happen. Now the shot going the other direction. Garrett G makes the save. Squishy tries to put this one up. Justin looks to get it away. Shot from Fireburner over the top of his teammate, goes onto the corner here, and Gimmick will extend this one all the way back down. A momentary 2v2 as two players are tangled up in the Cloud9 net. Torment will look to pressure this one as Squishy now moving up midfield. Justin and Garrett both up on this play. Squishy could possibly find this angle, but NRG's making it difficult on him as Fireburner and Justin both go up, but they keep that ball nice and high, and they find Garrett on the wall, so it's going to be just fine. 3:19 left to go. Neither team finding the back of the net.
That's the thing. NRG have had some uncontested clear opportunities as well. Like right now, Justin finally gets challenged. Here's an opportunity. Garrett G in a tough spot, and he makes that touch. It's touches like that from Garrett G that all of NRG has made throughout the entire season to take away some real high-pressure scenarios from their opponents.
Justin threads the needle, get this one back into the blue. Gimmick tries to flip it high, but Garrett will pick it up. Now trying to move it out. Torment finds boost and the ball. Fireburner gets in and kind of pits him around. And now back in midfield, the ball moves laterally to the other side of the field as Garrett sends it straight onto the hood of Gimmick. Justin will look for the challenge. A bit of boost to work with, trying to find the right angles. He keeps twisting and turning, gets it to Garrett G on the backboard. Here comes Fireburner. He's not going to quite find the read, but Garrett will put it onto the side. And you know Justin's lurking, waiting for an opportunity. Torment gets the clear, but it's up to Fireburner, intercepted by Gimmick. All the way back and onto the orange backboard now as Justin tries to dribble it out of his own half.
And just banged into the Cloud9 corner, where once again they'll have to spin their wheels a little bit to try and get it past the midfield line and hang on. And Cloud9 still just missing that demo. If they could get one demo on NRG, it's going to open a hole somewhere and continuously request NRG keep making those quality reads in such difficult positions. But they just haven't been able to get that hole open.
1:53 left on the clock. No one's found the goal except Justin. Finally will find one from Fireburner off the backboard. Got some help from the panels of the map. Fireburner got that one there. Squishy tried to follow it, but it was all Justin.
Yeah, and Torment was sitting there. He rotated out forward thinking maybe Squishy had the follow-up touch. And even if he goes straight to the line, it's going to be directly into the top corner above his head, and he's got to react so fast to get there.
Fireburner in the corner. Can he put in two? Actually gives it the change up to Justin, who puts in a second goal with 1:44 left to go. NRG won game 1 and 2. They're looking to make it 3 and gain match point here in the finals.
Yeah, Torment got bumped by his own teammate as he rotated out to that corner to grab boost. and it meant that he couldn't push forward and try and cut off the pass, and he could only try and react. And that's just selfless play from NRG as well. Fireburner, sure, he could just blast that one towards the net and see what happens, but he knows Justin will probably find the back with a great angle, as that one's kicked off the woodwork, and this will be followed up. Squishy Muffin's not able to find the goal-scoring touch and kept aside again. Our Cloud9.
Justin tries. Garrett out the backboard. Squishy tries to put one more in. Gimmick will pressure as well. And only down by 2. This game not out of reach for Cloud9. They can absolutely find a way back into this if they can find a goal quickly and give themselves time to find equalizer. There's the beat on 1. Torment. The beat 2. Leaves one NRG defender in the midfield. Squishy looks for the double tap, but Justin comes across. The savior of the season gets that one away. Gimmick now turning this one in. Looking to beat the whole team by himself.
There we go.
Pass out to Torment, and it's off the crossbar and down. That's a goal that they needed right now.
Absolutely. They've given themselves plenty of time to work with and find something. They've put 10 or 11 shots on the board this game, and NRG has had to make so few saves, only 4. And to finally have one go into a well-placed position near the bar and actually have it go in, it's got to feel great, because now they've got something to work with.
57 seconds remaining. Down by 1, Cloud9 on the turning point game. They have to win this one, or else they're tasked with reverse sweeping a very hot NRG team. Undefeated in the regular season, looking to go completely perfect in regional play. As Garrett G puts onto the backboard one more time, up for it. Gimmick couldn't quite get there. It's off the crossbar and down. Squishy looks to extend it out, but Torment getting bumped out of net. Can Fireburner take it away from Squishy? No. Squishy holds on strong. Fireburner gets it back out towards Justin with 30 seconds remaining. They're just holding on to the ball, buying as much time as they can. Finally, Torment and Squishy get this one back across, moving up and into the corner. 20 seconds remaining. They've got to find this goal. Torment will look to get it out to Gimmick, but doesn't find contact, and Garrett's happy to dribble, force the players to come into the corner. An expend boost just to get it away from them. Fireburner wins another challenge in the final countdown. Torment puts it towards the backboard. Garrett G follows it, keeps it away from the net, but Torment's there.
Torment!
The deadlock in front of the goal. The respect of rule number 1 in a tie game.
And this one was finally all the pressure from Cloud9 that they haven't been able to have the follow-ups. That's a great touch from Garrett G, but Gimmick has Justin in a headlock, and Torment will slot one into the top left-hand corner to equalize with 3 seconds left.
And I say it's a respect of rule number 1, but you know Justin was definitely trying to break that, and Gimmick's like, nope. That was a tactical decision. As the final seconds of regulation expire, the ball should hit the ground, and we'll have overtime in Game 3. The comeback. Cloud9 pulled it off.
And Cloud9 might be able to steal this one as well. And that last sequence at the end of the game was probably the best pressure you've seen out of Cloud9 on the entire series. It's been a lot of one guy can find a long clear and then just doesn't have the help to get the job done. Like Gimmick right now, he's got nobody, but it kicks off the post and ricochets into the safety of the corner. You thought Gimmick gave him a W, and instead they're still battling.
The woodwork has been so unforgiving today. So many teams in critical overtime moments couldn't put it in because the woodwork didn't give it to them. Squishy now looking for the goal. It gets taken away by Fireburner all the way back down. Torment's not going to find contact. Garrett G's up now onto the backboard, looking to double tap it. He sends it across. Justin comes across. No, he leaves it, and Fireburner puts it into the corner. Torment doesn't get a great touch, but it's going to be enough as Gimmick's there, and no one from NRG is going to be able to pressure immediately.
Nice demo. There we go.
Demolition onto Garrett G. Important hit there. As Squishy now trying to do it by himself towards the goal. Fireburner gets this one back down. Justin looks for the shot, but Gimmick will get the save.
And that demo, while it didn't bear fruit that time for Cloud9, that's the type of play that's good. Tip the ball upfield, let your teammate have it, and see if you can get somebody off the pitch from NRG for a few seconds, because that will limit their ability to cut down whatever you're about to do next.
Fireburner now. Torment pressuring. It's a pinch out to Garrett G, who sends it back to him. He's got boost to work with as well. It's towards the goal. Squishy on the backboard will have this one fine. But Justin was looking for the read. He got that, caught it on the wall himself. Now into the corner, pressuring Squishy. Finds a bump on him, but Squishy is able to win the challenge. Coming back down, it'll be Gimmick out of the corner again, still just trying to get it out of their own half. Crosses midfield, a shot blocked by Justin. And now followed himself after the boost pickup. The flick over Gimmick. Garrett G to follow it into the corner, looking to pass it across.
Again! Oh my goodness!
Couldn't make it happen. Justin will leave it for Fireburner, who turns this one back around. Nobody from NRG set up for him to pass to.
Garrett G has tried that shot from both sides of the pitch, left and right, and almost gotten it both times, but a banger from the midfield line. Fireburner will get it out, and NRG currently trying to find it clear. It pinches off one. Thankfully, Squishy in position will keep the attack going for Cloud9.
Torment towards the box. Justin sends it away. Squishy was breathing down his neck, and now the shot from Justin a bit high. Gimmick will be able to hold on to it. Squishy demolished, though, in enemy territory. He'll spawn back onto his own side.
Oh, demo in the net.
Another demolition onto Torment. Here comes Justin, but Squishy's got this one. But Squishy also demolishes just Gimmick alone up there. He's keeping the pressure on, giving his teams time to respawn, find boost, to get back into the play. As Fireburner passed one. Torment tracking with it. Gimmick sends it high, but here's Justin. The pass down to Garrett G. Can he find the shot? Torment's in net and gets the save. Sends it away. Squishy now on the transition. He's got Torment with him as well. It's over the top of Fireburner. Justin alone will tap it away. Squishy looked for the dunk, but couldn't make it work. We're almost to 3 minutes of overtime as these teams go back and forth.
And Cloud9 are threatening demos to get in NRG's face and making it as hard as possible. They're just able to do enough, and that's why they can't clear the ball right now. This great setup here from Cloud9. Nice pass to Torment, but he can't get the follow-up touch. It's a little bit too close to him, and he goes right by it.
You get the pinch over to the side. Torment doesn't find any contact. Now Justin out of the corner. Here comes Squishy. Doesn't find the angle. Garrett long ways. Now Fireburner straight downtown. Gimmick puts it high. Here's Squishy looking for the shot. Garrett G over. Torment on the backboard. Gimmick following. Justin beats him. And off to the side.
Struggling to find space to clear the ball right now. It feels like someone from Cloud9's everywhere at a time. And here they come, one more go at it.
That was the opportunity. Garrett didn't win the 50-50, though. Fireburner kind of sets this one out. It's over the top of Justin, going to drop. Very dangerous, but Squishy at midfield happy just to keep the pressure on at this point and not go for anything too risky. Fireburner finally finds a clear, and Gimmick's moving backwards, but he'll still find the punt. It's high above Justin, but he makes contact. A nice aerial adjustment to get over and stop the pass up to Squishy.
Squishy got beat hard there, and Garrett G pushing Gimmick off that ball. That's a little bit of space bought for NRG, but still, Justin had to go back and play defense because it ended up right on the nose of Squishy. Hard press, Cloud9 has to give it up. Gimmick doesn't have the boost or the positioning and will just buy a little bit of space.
4:22, approaching a full second game of Rocket League played here in game number 3. It's Torment through the air. Tries, but Justin finds the read on him. Now onto the wall. Can he find the pass out to Garrett? It's a bit outdistance his opponent, his teammate. Here comes Gimmick now back down the field. Justin turns, punt. Garrett on the wall. Tranking the shot himself. Saved by Torment. Fireburner up. Garrett gonna have to rotate back as Justin tries to crowd in the corner there. Finds the read there.
Justin didn't get that boost in the corner. Cloud9 might have NRG with an advantage of resources currently, so we might see another hard press as this one's just tipped gently to the side to buy enough time for NRG. Slow play from Gimmick, kick to side, out to space, and NRG will get a breath of fresh air.
It's just behind Squishy, who now coming back towards the net. Everyone from NRG moving back into goal. Torment tries, but Justin makes the save. Garrett G turns back around to 2. Fireburner in net. Here comes all of NRG straight up midfield. Squishy now through the air again, up against Fireburner in Garrett G. Fireburner comes off the wall.
Keeping it close. Smart.
Gimmick table trapping underneath 2. Get it high, but it just couldn't go under. And now Garrett G back out, trying to get it away from Gimmick. And so much of this time, NRG has been trapped in their own half.
Absolutely. It's great pressure from Cloud9.
There's Garrett. Long way down the field. Saved by Squishy. Off to the side again. Squishy tries, gets bumped a little bit. This might be the opening they need. Garrett G tries to weasel it around, gets a neutral 50-50, and Gimmick has to come in. A win from Justin. Fireburner's airborne, looking for the shot. The bump on Squishy's not enough as he gets away. Back off to the side, and 6 minutes of overtime keep going.
And everyone trying to keep the ball as close as possible. Gimmick, Squishy turned off that ball. There's going to be no follow-up here for Cloud9. Free ball for Justin over the top of one. How about a ground pinch in? He can't quite reach it. Squishy returns fire.
Squishy breaks it up. Fireburner gets the winning goal away. Gimmick puts more pressure on, but this one a bit high. Now Justin all the way down. Fireburner thinks about it, leaves it. Justin puts it into the corner. Here's the pressure from Squishy. 6 minutes and 37 seconds of overtime. The pass across. Justin will follow this one. It goes back in the midfield. Torment's there, but he puts it into the corner. Garrett G keeping it nice and high. Fireburner deep in enemy territory. Gets demolished, but the damage has been done. It's now into the corner with 2 players, both slow with the ball without any momentum. Justin puts it towards the goal, off the post. Fireburner's nowhere to be seen. The respawn, he didn't have time to come back in. He makes the stop.
Garrett's backwards.
Garrett's up, but he gets it away from Torment, and 7 minutes of overtime come and go.
Garrett was in such a weird position right there. Someone bearing down on a ball from an awkward angle. Justin gives up the ball for the boost, and it throws off Cloud9. They might have caught him. Tip over one. Is there help? No, it's going to be off the mark. They just won't have the people in position to make this work.
Gimmick tried. Torment pots in the midfield. Here's Garrett G. The pass to no one. Squishy picks it up and dumps it back over. Torment sends the shot up and high, but it's just barely above the corner. Justin follows it. 7 minutes and 30 seconds. We had an 8-minute and 11-second overtime this season. The record in RLCS. Could they beat it? A shot goes towards the goal and Squishy saves it, keeps us playing.
But now it's NRG threatening, and a great steal from Squishy. It's a 2-on-1 back the other way. Fireburner's not even going to let it develop. He'll just dive at it. Kick it to the midfield line. Demo on the midfield for Cloud9. Garrett G has to wait a few moments, and they spawn on top of each other, and he still gets back.
Garrett G makes the save, but the pressure on from Cloud9 once more. Justin trying to push out. He's got Garrett G right in front of him to pass to on the quick midfield play. Torment finds a long clear. Gimmick will find the connection, but blocked by Fireburner. And the record going to come and go here as we have a new longest game ever in Rocket League Championship Series history. NRG versus Cloud9. Cloud9 fighting to keep their chances of winning this series alive. In a critical game 3. Here comes the pressure from Garrett G up against Torment. He sends it high.
Justin, back post.
Coming for the shot. It is saved by Gimmick away. Garrett G back over and back into the box. No one really in a position to deal with it, though. Justin will try and stall it out as everyone from Cloud9 moved out. He's using all his boost, finds the flip, but can't find the shot. Fireburner's shot is a bit wide. 2 defenders in front of him, and Justin just puts the pressure on, just pounding the back of the net as much as he can.
Justin was so smart there trying to hide what he was doing. He actually wanted to leave it for his teammate, but he got the flip reset and forced Cloud9 to think about what they were going to do. And unfortunately, Fireburner's accuracy just wasn't on point. As we're almost to 10 minutes now, we hit 9.
9 minutes come and go. Fireburner in the midfield, no one's there. Justin will hit his brakes quickly, try to pass it across, and Garrett G extends it. Now moving up, Gimmick, not going to find anything. Fireburner, a long one onto the backboard. Torment's touch goes out to a corner, and Garrett G backs off. Now in the midfield, Fireburner will look for the back pass.
Smart.
Garrett G picks this up, looks for Justin on the side, just playing keep away from Cloud9. This one nice and long off the ceiling.
Oh, that's
down and in. Here comes Justin up against Squishy. Can he end the game? 9 minutes and 30 seconds gone. What's going to be the difference maker?
Oh, missed touch for Fireburner and a missed bump, and he'll get the opportunity he was looking for on the way back. Torment gives Garrett G a tap as well in the midfield, but right now Cloud9 going to press hard here.
Justin misses. Gimmick puts it across, but the shot is wide, getting bumped a little bit by the defense. Fireburner over to Justin towards the backboard. Can he finish it off himself? It's up high. Garrett G lurks in the midfield but doesn't go. As 10 minutes of overtime come and go, Justin sends it towards the goals. Gimmick and Squishy both up. Torment bumped an opening. Fireburner gets
what a win.
Can he finish this off by himself? Gimmick will take it away from him and back into the corner. Now Justin with a pinch high in what has been a clean game of Rocket League. But eventually somebody has to score. As Garrett sends one towards the goal. It's off the post. Squishy's up. Fireburner can't get it underneath him. And Gimmick now back down. Justin through one. Torment's got, but Fireburner bumps him. The ball still ends up in NRG's half.
Some quality challenging right now from Cloud9. Always able to make sure that anything close in front of their net isn't cleanly won by NRG. Race to the ball, and Gimmick can't beat Fireburner. Kicks out a neutral direction into the side of the midfield line. Garrett G to the top, and Justin.
He puts it onto the backboard. Fireburner airborne, looking to finish the game. Sends it towards the back post, and it's saved by Torment. He sends it away, and Squishy looks for the counterattack. Flying down the field, Garrett G will pinch it over the top of Gimmick, and Torment has to adjust to keep the pressure on for Cloud9. 11 minutes of overtime. Keep
Garrett
going
G.
here. Fireburner sends it, and Gimmick will break up the pass play the other way.
And Justin now on the catch. This one around the goal with a bump, but he caught the ball a second time. If he didn't hit it, it was for sure going to be in. Fireburner was lurking, but a second opportunity is there. Yes!
And NRG have secured a third win. And would you believe it? They have to play at least one more game to win the regional championship. They played 3 just to get game 3 and under the... Oh my goodness.
And finally, it just took Cloud9 not being in the perfect spot and a beautiful challenge, but the real MVP of that whole game for the victory has got to be NRG's defense. Cloud9 had a phenomenal press on offense.
Would you
over 20 shots.
I can't believe more records weren't broken in this overtime. I'm pretty certain Squishy's 13 shots is the record for shots in a game by a player, but nobody broke the saves record. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, it's like 12, isn't it, for saves?
Yeah, it's 12 by Devo. Yeah, I think, and maybe Justin's 13-25 might be a record on personal score as well. That was insane. That tells you how strong the midfield play was from both these teams, successfully keeping it away from their box over and over again. 3 games of Rocket League they played.
And it took Cloud9, for so long, they couldn't really set up quality rotations in the midfield, win the ball consistently, but they started getting that in that overtime. There were so many opportunities that were very scary for NRG on defense, and they always were able to find a touch. And finally, Cloud9, it just took one. They couldn't quite reach it.
Yeah.
And Garrett G was like, all right, we're done hitting the post. We're done hitting the crossbar.
Yeah.
Let's make sure it's on target. And they go up 3-0, and now it could be the perfect season.
Well, and it could. NRG, 1 game away from a perfect record to go 9-0 on regional play. And just to confirm, that is the record for shots in a game by a
13
player.
is the record.
Squishy hit it. And what do you do if you're Cloud9?
Well, you get scored on.
You get scored on it. Like, you just lost the longest game of your career in in an important series of your career.
So he wins the kickoff, right? And then he goes to follow the ball up, and there's that slight little power slide cut out to the right to buy extra real estate towards the middle of the field and be in position to deal with the next challenge. What a job by Justin on that kickoff.
You know NRG's going to be fired up. Look at this shot. Are you kidding me? Torment makes the save. An incredible play to block what was a fantastic immediate follow-up to their first goal. Garrett G puts it into the corner, but Cloud9, you have to reverse sweep the reigning world champs that just won an 11-minute overtime. You cannot think about that right now. You just have to play every moment as it comes to you.
Win each moment. Win each challenge. Don't think about how many you got to do.
Justin coming off the wall. Some nice play, but Gimmick out of his own box tries to get it through. Garrett G will put it back in front. Fireburner tries to dunk it underneath, but it's not going to happen. Here comes Squishy back down the field.
Under duress, too. Garrett G was right on him that whole way, was not going to let Squishy be in a 1v1, and you can understand why.
Garrett G tries. Fireburner not going to make it through. Gimmick takes his time sizing up that ball, and it just leaves NRG all the time in the world to take the shot, and Justin will sink it on the pass from Fireburner. 2-0 now for NRG.
Gimmick wanted to make sure he got a clean catch, but he went a little bit too far out the first time, and it delayed his ability to catch the ball. He had to reverse back, get all the way under it, and that little bit of misplay was all it took for NRG to come in, pressure the ball, win it, and fire a strike.
Torment dropping this one down. Gimmick thinks about it. He tries to get in there, but Justin's already to the ball. 3:37 left to go. NRG just looking to finish things off strong. Don't make any defensive mistakes at this point. The championship is as good as yours.
That really will be quite interesting to see what NRG do now with all this time. Even Garrett G, I mean, he had a little bit of time to work with, and he just wanted to make sure we challenged the ball. So how do NRG play with an early 2-0 lead? I don't think they've ever had one. Oh, no, they did in game number 2.
Yeah, game number 2.
Yeah, they won 4-1.
Where we saw and remember, that game 3, they had a 2-goal lead as well. And Cloud9 was able to tie it up.
I just totally forgot about regulation play for game 3.
And then extend it for eons. Fireburner over the top. As we approach halftime, Cloud9 looking for their first goal. As Fireburner nearly hits the crazy touch. Here comes Garrett G to try and get a third one. Actually misses both touches. And Fireburner thinks about it, leaves it for Squishy, and then breaks up the touch afterwards.
And time's ticking for Cloud9. You've had some awesome presses on offense in the previous 20 minutes, and that actually slides through. I'm with you. That's in. Wow.
Watch Fireburner here. He sets this up kind of to Garrett, and then turns and is like, oh, well, I guess I'll follow my own pass here. And I guess Garrett just causes all the distraction, but finds the opening. 3-0 now for NRG. And Cloud9, they have to score quickly.
Squishy was really close. He was threatened a bump. Someone came at him and forced him to jump, perhaps a little bit earlier than he would have liked, and he just couldn't manage the speed all the way through it. Just glided right past that ball. Unfortunate. And a 3-goal lead, 2 minutes on the clock. Your work's cut out for you, C9.
Garrett through the air. Squishy will be up to challenge. Now back into the midfield for Torment. It's Cloud9. struggling to find anything. And I wonder.
Remember, 25 shots in Game 3. Obviously, Game 3 went for,
3 games.
And now, we're almost done with Game 4. We got 1:45 left, and they have 0. They haven't been past the midfield line. This might be the first time all game.
They find it. Oh, he drops it for Squishy, but Justin breaks up the play. As Game 3 has felt like a victory lap,
there we go.
Finally, Gimmick makes it competitive. Can Cloud9 find the 2 goals? They got 1:30 left to work with.
It might have felt like a victory lap, but it isn't guaranteed just yet. Fireburner definitely expecting Torment to come up with that touch, but Torment probably expecting to be able to block Fireburner, each trying to counter the other. Nobody comes up with it, and Gimmick's the first one to it, which isn't any surprise. Gimmick has been a speedy boy all day today, and right on top of so many opportunities.
Interesting, Cloud9 again going for a fake kickoff, which Garrett punished them for last game. This time, actually, it kind of works out, but they break it up on the second touch of the play. And it will not turn into a quick goal, but gotta give him props for going for it. 1:14 left to go. Squishy's airborne, looking for a shot, drops it underneath a few, but Justin still manages to get it away. The pass out to Garrett, and he sends it long ways. He's gonna need some help to get into the goal, and Gimmick will send it off to the side. But that long touch will burn so much time. Torment out to Gimmick. They've got to find 2 in the final minute of Game 4. Squishy keeps it high, looking for a goal. Garrett sends it away. Now Gimmick in to try and finish it off.
Oh, he tipped it.
Finishes it again. He blocks 2 in a row.
It was going to be a hard save as well, because that shot was going to be rifled at whoever was sitting on the goal line. But what a tip from Garrett G.
Fireburner trying to block Squishy. He gets it away. He's demolished afterwards, but Justin fakes Gimmick into missing the ball. Now Torment tries to challenge, and Justin's got this one. Gimmick with another one. Fireburner on the backboard's happy to send it to the side. 30 seconds remaining, and it's starting to feel ceremonial as Garrett G gets it away. Gimmick puts this one up high, and they're just struggling to get it even in front of the box again, down by 2. They get it past 1 in front of the box. It's an opportunity, but it will not happen. 12 seconds remaining. Justin just tries to play it behind Gimmick. He gets onto the wall. 8 seconds left. They got to score right here and get a kickoff to make it even happen.
They might have done it.
Possible, but Justin puts it up high, and it's all but over. The sweep for the regional championship. NRG complete the first perfect season in North America, and Cloud9 is sent home desiring more.
And it was a hard-fought battle all the way throughout. Game number 1 was tight. NRG with some sub-minute heroics to win that one. Game number 2 got away from Cloud9 a little early, and NRG capped that one off. Game 3, Cloud9 with the late-game heroics. And then another 11 minutes to find a victory.
What we thought was the late game.
What we
turned out to be the first third of the game. An absolutely historic day of Rocket League in North America. Longest overtimes, most shots in a game. We had a team go with a perfect season. NRG has completed league play perfect twice, but they had never finished off the season perfectly without dropping a single match. They do it here in Season 7.
And all sweeps, too. I don't know if either region has ever swept through the regionals. So.
That's Gibbs said that the most the best the team had ever done is they'd taken 2 losses.
Right.
So they're 8-0 on the day. NRG makes it as fast as they possibly need.
They did a fantastic job, and it was a little more of an even spread of effort for NRG this time around as well. Garrett G obviously was putting in all the goals the last time they played, but it took everybody on this team to beat Cloud9, because Cloud9, you can understand, the ability to shut down Cloud9 and allow 4 goals over 5, 10, 15, 25, 30 minutes of Rocket League, and you allowed 4 goals for some of the best scorers in all of Rocket.
Some of the best players in the world who we will see play at Worlds and who undoubtedly will knock some teams out with some vengeance, as they will want to get some vengeance after being beat like that in the regional championships. But what a day of Rocket League. I had a great time, and I want to hear what the guys in the desk thought about it. Let's go back to Leaf.
Yeah, I had a fantastic time too. NRG with that victory pulls off their perfect season, the first time for North America. What a dominance. Like,
you know what?
Asserting. Yeah, that's it.
I know. It doesn't matter. The stats don't matter, man. NRG are nuts.
They are crazy.
I mean, what a way to cap off their season. Mm-hmm. We talk about the things they are trying to accomplish, this consistency of level of play they want to hit, and when they show it against Cloud9 in an 11-minute and 12-second overtime, what their defense is truly capable of. I was talking about it with you guys on the desk. I'm worried about the moment that we don't see this perfection from this team. What happens? And even when there's mistakes, there is someone on defense to back them up, to bring it all together, and they just bring it back to the other side of the field and then score like this.
That's the worst part, is like, this is the best defense we have ever seen in Rocket League so far. And then you have on the other side, you have players like Garrett G and Justin who can literally score from anywhere on the field to get you that lead. Absolutely insane. They get the perfect regional championship. That's never been done before for North America or Europe. So hats off to them for that. Just setting records everywhere right now.
If Cloud9 couldn't win that 11-minute overtime, it was what, 4 to 5 minutes of that overtime where they were locked in NRG's half. They stole all the boost on the field, and they couldn't score.
I mean, that's what makes them so good, right? Is the ability and the little things. So there's numerous times when, yes, you are down on boost, and what do you do to go about that? Not only are you panicking, trying to make sure rotations are still clean, they slow it down, they trap it on their half, they bring it downfield with control, because that extra time that they're buying there is enough to get that boost, and then even though it ends up back in their side, they still have just enough to clear it out. But sustaining that kind of offense, like, it is so difficult against teams like Cloud9 that are so fast and so dangerous and so polished on that side.
And with the history with this team, they've won 5 regional championships now, and this one is by far their best.
Fire has.
True. But for like the NRG name or Kings of Urban name going forward, this is by far their best season. And there's just one thing left, and that's that World Championship title. They still don't have one. They've been so close before. This could be that season.
Well, we're going to find out how they're feeling right now, because I do believe we have Garrett G on the line. How are you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling pretty good.
No kidding. This was insane. Coming in as the #1 seed now, as well as a perfect season. Did you guys envision this at the beginning? Can you walk me through, walking into game 1 in week 1 now to this point?
I mean, we had a pretty good offseason. Our goal was just to carry that into this season, and we knew that if we were playing 100%, we could do this. So, we didn't really overthink it too much. We just, worked our hardest, and here we are.
Now, we have to talk about this. We can't go by without ignoring it. 11, you guys set a record for overtime. Can you talk to me what it's like in those moments? Do you change your play style? Do you tend to play a little more defensive, or you just go as you usually do?
I mean, when you're in the match, you don't even realize that 11 minutes have passed by in the overtime. But I mean, you get sweaty. That's about it. Nothing really changes. It just gets tense, and it feels like it's going on forever. I got gnarly 1 vibes for us when we got like a 13-minute overtime versus I think it was PSG at the time. So yeah, definitely got a flashback to that. I don't know. It's super intense. Nothing really changes though.
Now, of course, looking forward for you guys, LAN, of course, but DreamHack. I'm just curious, going into DreamHack, obviously you guys have this is a big win, but what placing do you guys have to have personally for yourselves at DreamHack to make you feel confident going into Worlds?
I mean, I don't think it's going to be a big sign going in the Worlds for us. We're just going to take the practice as much as possible. We're not going to, focus on 100% winning that event. It's not, I don't know how to explain it. It's just going to be good practice for us. We're not going to take it too seriously if we don't win, But yeah, we're just going to focus up on the next couple lands, and that's about it.
Yeah, because you have to be proud, even if you don't win that, proud of what you guys accomplished here. Now, of course, looking forward, LAN is an international event. Just looking across the whole board, the whole spectrum, what teams you really have your eyes set on that could be really, really troublesome?
I mean, that's probably an obvious question. Definitely Vitality. K-Dop he just seems to stick around for some reason, and he always gives us trouble every time we play him. So definitely looking to them. I'm actually still looking at Dignitas, because I feel like if they win that first match tomorrow, they're 100% at LAN, in my opinion. So definitely still looking to them. They're a scary LAN team at the end of the day. So definitely those two are my biggest fears, or the ones we're looking at the most. But yeah, definitely Vitality, the number one we want to play.
Of course. Dig fans love to hear that response. Garrett, I'm going to give you some time to go celebrate this victory. Thank you so much for chatting.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it.
There it is. Man, that was nuts. And, of course, here's our schedule presented by Axe to show you what went on today.
Look at this. All sweeps across the board except for Ghost. Shout out to Ghost there. At least you won a couple games. Great everyone else. But, unfortunately, they fall to 6. But what a day for Rogue. They came in as that 6 seed. They make the World Championship. They will be going in as that number 4 seed. But, of course, NRG historic.
We see our most competitive season ever for North American Rocket League, and then it's all sweeps but one in when all the stakes are on and we have our most competitive teams.
Hey, look, the best thing you could say is like all those fours inside those games, there were some close games in there. So yeah,
that's real.
They were all 4-0 sweeps. And way to go, North America.
Well, honestly, I mean, to even just expand on that, I mean, one of those teams, Space Station Gaming, I mean, unfortunately, out of it total in the running, but it's so crazy how you can have a team go up so close to Cloud9, a team that, keeps it pretty close to NRG, who is the best in the whole league. Like, it's so odd, North America.
I think it just goes to show you that, like, Rocket League, it's not transitive. This game isn't transitive. It's very matchup oriented. And just because Team A beats Team B and Team B beats Team C doesn't mean Team A is going to beat Team C, or even that they're going to play at the same level that they played at other teams. So
unless you're NRG, then you just
then it's just
then you're king of the hill.
That's nuts. And speaking of king of the hill, we have to get to our player of the week for North America Regionals. And of course, who could it be but Justin, this man, crowned as a North American MVP and now our player of the week for Regionals.
First time that's ever happened, I'm pretty sure. So congratulations to him making records again for NRG. But what a greedy boy. No assists today. What are you doing?
It was a crazy day for him, though, because, again, we talk about the defense of NRG. And, of course, Justin, he leads the team in saves for that. But then those impact plays, those solo plays where you need a goal, and then you see goals that happen that you just don't expect anyone else to score, like that ground pinch we saw right here. Where, like, that's just an airstrike down. He beats two players on that shot. No one else is scoring that goal. That's what Justin brings to this team.
The other thing is, like, you won't see it in the highlight reel, but I remember a specific play we were talking about where he's on the backboard, catches a ball with 30 boost, and is able to carry it out past midfield. Incredible stuff.
Now, it's so hard to look back. I mean, this guy was the guy that also scored the Rocket League goal back in Season 5, to bring that into an overtime, the Justin goal. And I'm just wondering now, looking at him throughout this league play, has he just remained consistently amazing, or has he gotten even scarier at this point?
I think he's gotten better. As flip resets and the mechanical style has definitely come more forward, his teammates have put him in a position to only extrapolate that. The ability to continue to succeed with those plays. He's in more positions to make those plays because of what his teammates enable him to do. I don't think that's anything different. But the fact that he still does it, the fact that he's still making those plays, despite the level of competition also
with
heightening.
Confidence, too.
We have a lot of talks about who's the most mechanical player, who does this and that. He is, without a doubt, in my mind, the most creative player on offense. Where you give him the ball, something is going to happen. He's going to make that space count.
It's just insane. Like, I think the only comparison I would have for him is maybe Scrub for Europe because of those 1v1 plays that he has. But, like, Justin is doing things, again, that no other player throughout North America is doing right now, so it's hard to defend. And plus, with the great defense of everyone in the league nowadays, you have to have plays like this at some point for Justin. It's just incredible.
I find it funny, that interview with Garrett when you asked him at the international side, who's he looking at? Obviously Vitality. Which
I knew that answer was coming.
But Dignitas thinking, like, once they win their first game, that you got to watch out for that team. I think that's just massive respect from Garrett. And I think that's funny. Still thinking about it. Still thinking about Turbo.
Well, we now have our 4 teams for North America that are going to land. We do have to talk, though, Gibbs, a little bit different this year.
Yeah, so the group stage now is round robin. There is no bracket at this point. They play round robin on days 1 and 2. Then day 3, it's all just one loss and you're out. 8 teams will advance. So each group, they only play 2 games, and top 2 from each group will advance to that bracket stage. As we see here, we're slowly filling in those teams. But it's going to be an interesting one. I feel like some of these groups could be super juicy coming into this.
Well, it's nuts, too. It comes down to, like, of course, every single goal is going to matter now. Like,
exactly, yeah, because if all 3 teams tie, goes to game differential, but what if everything goes to 5 games? It goes down to goals. So it's not like when you're down 4-0, throw everything forward. You actually kind of have to defend a 4-0 loss, if that makes sense at points. So it's going to be very interesting to see that every single goal will matter when it comes down to it for the World Championship.
Well, that's the last we're seeing of North America until LAN. Lawler, you excited? Last thought?
What a great series for this. To end off everything, really puts icing on the cake. NRG, please, just please, give us something. I need you to come and show dominance in every facet, because Vitality is going to bring it.
I'm just really excited to see these teams again at DreamHack Dallas, just to see that last major tournament before the World Championship, just to see if any teams improve. Like a G2, will they get that offense going or not? Will Cloud9 bounce back? I think it'll be really fun to watch that.
This has been, in both regions, the craziest, most exciting league play that we've had so far in the RLCS. I have no doubts that tomorrow, EU, well, it's probably going to be, since everyone's swept in North America, they're going to reverse sweep everything.
Don't tell PSG that, please.
Oh my God. Anyways, on that note, thank you guys, but we do have to talk, of course, about tomorrow. Europe is playing in their regionals with 2 spots left. Let's take a look at the bracket presented by Axe. Dignitas and TSM with 1 single life, and there's only 2 spots as Barcelona and Renault Vitality have secured their spots to LAN. Speaking of LAN, I've been harping on you guys. Get your tickets online at tickets.rlesports.gg. We're going to New Jersey at the Prudential Center, June 21st to 23rd. I'd better see you there. There's no excuses, but we are back here tomorrow at 8:34 pre-show for Europe, so I'd better see you there as well.
Would have paved the way, and a demo as well, and the goal from Gimmick.
Torment from midfield, that one just off the backboard, and the shot from Gimmick off the crossbar and in.
He got bumped off that ball, though, again. That's going to allow Lucian to come in, and Kronovi's having to make a couple big challenges. The demolition
The shot drops it in. Lethamir makes the save. Kronovi putting it high again. Can they find the rebound? Looks for the pass out. Wonder just goes up. Oh, he's so fast. And the aggression out of the woods just yet as Lethamir's shot is up bit high. Wonder gets this one out. Here comes Lucian looking for the shot, and he puts it in. The game that's all about the offense. Simple tries to pass in the midfield for Wonder. He's got a lot of space to work with. Beginning hounded by Zadu in the back. Looks for the shot. Puts it himself off the crossbar. What a double tap. Buys time for Space Station. Here comes AJ. Kronovi gets 1 demolition. Can AJ drop it in? That's 2 demolitions. Oh, Wonder's got an open net to shoot at. It's going to be a long climb, but this is the beginning they need. AXB, though, gets beat, and it's in from Kronovi.
Berkeley low goal participation, but he has stepped up for G2 when they're needed.
And what a blister! Blown that 2-goal lead. A double commit, but it's a pass to Gimmick.
Bringing the series back within 1 game versus being in a situation where you have to reverse sweep with Torment.
Rizzo breaks it up. Chicago quickly can't beat Torment to the ball. Now back.
Oh,
Gimmick! He scores! Cloud9!
with a bump, but he caught the ball a second time. If he didn't hit it, it was for sure going to be in. Fireburner was lurking, but a second opportunity is there.
Yes! And NRG have secured a 3rd win